Alright, so today we are going to be taking a 7th anniversary ICHIGO into Arena, one of the most toxic characters in this game mode right now, and I feel like it's kind of cool in a way how this character does play, and unfortunately you're going to see in the gameplay that we can't really demonstrate how toxic this character is because of the way Arena does play. He is a pretty good character offensively, but where this character becomes toxic is when you're going against him. So unless we go against ICHIGO, we won't really be able to see how this character does perform in terms of defensive abilities. But if you play Arena and you do go against ICHIGO, you yourself will know why this character can be a complete game changer, and we'll talk about it when we do jump into the run. For those running, this is the build that we are rocking with him, just 4 recharge links with as much SP as possible, and the character itself is Arena level 10, so he is getting an extra special move, and he does have the plus 40% all stats and also 30% extra strong attack damage. So let's jump into a game real quick. Alright, so jumping into a game, what we have here is a pretty easy team, but at the same time, unfortunately, we're not actually going to be doing anything here. Now, if you know what we mean, so ICHIGO's whole gimmick here is that every 5 seconds, he does have a 12% chance to inflict paralysis and also weakening, and depending on the team that you're going against, that can really destroy their team, because if you played Arena yourself, you might have already realized, and unfortunately we can't really demonstrate it in this particular game or at all, because, you know, we can't see what the opponent does see. But they could be going to kill someone, they're about to use their strong attack, and then out of nowhere, they get paralyzed and also weakened. And now they're stuck there for like 7 or so seconds, and it can completely change the game. And that's why ICHIGO, in my opinion, is one of the more toxic characters in the entire game when it comes to this particular game mode, because, you know, you're just constantly inflicting stat summons, and it's paralysis and also weakening. It's like if you get hit by that, it's pretty much game over for you if you're close to any enemy. Now, there are ways to avoid it, which you will see here, is by using characters like ICHIGO himself that can be immune to stat summons. Now, if you don't know, the fact that I can inflict paralysis and also weakening every 5 seconds, it only affects the host of the enemy team. Now, see, in our point of view, in this particular quest, it's affecting all the enemies on screen, which is great. It means that we can do more damage, it can stop an enemy from attacking us, adding to our survivability too. But on their screen, only the host will get affected, right? So what that means is that if you are going to be going against ICHIGOs, if you know that maybe there's a few people playing with ICHIGO this particular season, you want to make sure if you are hosting, you're the one that has a character that is immune to stat summons. So you could bring another ICHIGO, you could bring Genrisai, like in this particular case, or you could even bring someone like Roka, who at the same time also share immunities to your entire team, which is actually really, really good. So those characters are seeing a lot more usage. They're already great to begin with, like Roka, ICHIGO, and also Yamamoto in this particular game mode, but, you know, with the fact that ICHIGO's running around just constantly paralyzing and weakening, it's really good just to have one in your team, especially if they are the host. If they aren't, then they're not really going to be giving you that immunity, because you yourself will be taking the full blunt of that weakening and also paralysis. But there you go, quick easy game thus far. ICHIGO is a character that also has pretty good DPS, because he does get a lot of his DPS from the spiritual pressure boost, and we're easily able to inflict that because there's so many enemies in an arena game at any given time that we can just constantly keep inflicting stat summons. Next game, we are up against a pretty interesting team, to say the least, and in this case they have 2 characters that are immune. So Arpic ICHIGO is also immune, so I'm not sure who the host is here, but if it isn't Arpic ICHIGO, they are going to be seeing the full wrath of 7th anniversary ICHIGO. In Giriko's case, if he's the host, he will be getting paralyzed and weakened potentially every couple seconds. Again, could be super annoying. In Aizen's case, he's already immune to paralysis, so he doesn't have to worry about getting stuck in place, but he will be getting weakened, which also, you know, helps in our case, because that could mean they die. And, you know, if you're playing Arena, a lot of the thing here is building up your character. You want to try and get the boost as fast as possible and try and get as much stats as possible, and then if you die, you're basically stuck there, and then you have to, like, restart from the get-go with, you know, building up your boost again. And depending on the game you're going against, that could be a close game, and that could literally be game if you just die because you got paralyzed and or weakened. Now, offensively though, what I like about this ICHIGO is that he's not too bad offensively, actually. What you'll see here is that we are doing pretty decent. Again, we do have 2 soul bombs. That's the only thing he does pick up for this game mode. Again, keep in mind, he isn't really a character designed for Arena. Uryu was the Arena character of the banner, but just the way this character was designed in general, similar to Arpic ICHIGO and also 6th anniversary Aizen, is that they're able to actually do pretty good in this game mode just because of how they were naturally designed. His strong attacks, very good. SA2 being the tracking vortex allows us to do a lot of damage, keep ourselves from afar, and again, easily proc that stat summon boost. The SA1 can also do a pretty decent amount of damage here. As you saw there, we got the SP boost back up, and we didn't need to use any, you know, strong attacks. And we're doing a good amount of damage here without even the need to get the boost. I'm going to grab that one there if I can, just to get those extra bit of stats. But it's kind of interesting the way this character does play is that, you know, he doesn't have any of the things that make an arena character for the most part. This character doesn't have Last Ditch. He doesn't have Long Stride. Those are the two big important things. He doesn't have Poise, right? But here he is still able to absolutely dominate this current arena season, any arena season really, because of just the way they designed him. Again, Toxic is a massive factor here with the fact that he can just constantly inflict paralysis, weakening, every 5 seconds essentially. And if you're bringing a character that isn't immune to that and you're the host, best believe you're going to have a terrible time playing Arena. Alright, so next game we have another ICHIGO. This is actually pretty funny. But again, we can't really showcase how bad ICHIGO can be against us, and we actually got a really good map here. Mainly because if I'm host, then I'm not going to get affected by it, right? Even Sky, if he's host, he's also not going to get affected by it. So in this case, we're actually doing Kurashiki a favor here, because he would have been constantly getting affected by a stat element. And I think just there I saw that I got affected by a stat element, so it does appear that I'm host. And I guess this is a good example to kind of counter ICHIGO to a certain extent, is by having a character like this character, right? Where every 5 seconds, whenever ICHIGO's alive, he, like just now, he tried to inflict me with a stat element, but it didn't affect me or anyone in the team because I'm naturally immune to it. And I can also give that to my entire team, helping them out to a certain extent. Now, unfortunately, they aren't really doing the best job on the other side. If you don't know this map, we talked about the last time we did the Aizen showcase, is that this is a really good map because there's only 2 spawns. It's either on the left side or on the right side. So the idea here is that we can constantly just kill each other and then keep sending them back to each other. But unfortunately, it looks like that's not happening. Not sure what that Kuroshiki's doing there, but I'm going to kill these characters straight away. There we go, 1 attack. I don't even have my, like, any boost active whatsoever. Go use my Soul Bomb here real quick. There we go, absolutely lovely. And I'm just going to keep sending them back to the opponent's team. And hopefully, we can get some back and forth action going. But it looks like they're just taking too long to kill, so it's kind of slowed down. He's not even playing, he's macroing. Absolutely perfect. Moving on to the next game. Listen, if I see someone macroing or even modding, I don't make a big fuss about it. I just move on to the next game. If you leave, you don't get punished for it, so it's not really that big of a deal. But into our next game, luckily we did get the good map here, so hopefully we can have some better teammates here. And I can't remember what was their opponent. So they actually have no characters here that are immune to both weakening and also paralysis, right? So actually, you know what? They kind of do. So, in Rukia's case, she's immune to weakening. Yuha's also immune to weakening. And Aizen's immune to paralysis. So, we aren't going to be infecting both of them by that. But regardless, depending on who the host is there, in their case, I kind of hope it's not the Aizen. Because that means Rukia, if she was host, she's going to be getting infected by the paralysis. And that's going to definitely throw their game off. Especially in a game like this, where it can be really close combat. But, you know, if you're going back and forth, right, it can be a real game changer if you do get paralyzed or weakened here. And any bit of ways of slowing down your opponents can really change the game, as again, especially in a map like this. And you're already seeing that we basically already won here. Like, we're going back and forth. We have a really good team here with Yamamoto and also Uryu. Uryu already on the +5. In our case, we don't even need to get any boost because the spiritual pressure boost that you get is already so massive to begin with that you can see that we're doing a good amount of damage. Realistically, all you need is like 1 or 2 boosts and you're absolutely golden. In our case, we don't even need 1 yet. But if we can get 1, that'd be nice. There we go. So 30% all stats, absolutely lovely. Use 1 strong attack. Unfortunately, we still have to go through Aizen's dodge. That's still a... Ooh, okay. Man was not aiming at me, but alright. It's fine. We're winning, we're winning. I'm going to go in and then Soul Bomb. I don't think I even need to, but let's just get it out the way. There we go. But it's just kind of funny playing with ICHIGO. If you have the game sound turned up, all you'll just hear is paralysis and also weakening. Enemies just getting non-stop inflicted by it. Let's actually not do any damage. Okay, there we go. Didn't even take that long. I was going to say let's not do any damage and just get the stats on the boost, and we got it like instantly. Before I could even finish my sentence, we got it. But you'll see now when the game starts to like get near the end, this is when it starts going like back and forth and you just start stealing a bunch of points, especially if you're killing super fast. In this case, I don't believe anyone on their team actually has any last ditch, so we're able just to go back and forth super quick. And I think it's actually a good thing that we had Uryu on the right side, because Uryu, especially with the +8 right there that he has, he's going to be one-shotting super quick. So it's actually better that me and the Yamamoto on the left side just to kind of help each other clear. And then we kill that Yuha. We didn't actually kill him, but we did win with 35,000 points. Pretty damn good if you ask me. And yeah, we didn't even do that bad. 16,000 points. Of course, the Uryu did do a bit of carrying there, but he is the arena character. He is kind of supposed to do the carrying. And he had +8. We didn't have a single boost in that entire game. Keep that in mind. But we were still able to basically one-shot whoever we're going against. And lucky for us, we were going against 2 hard characters, so that did help just a bit. But with that said, lads, that was the video for today, just showcasing the 7th anniversary ICHIGO and how he does perform in Arena. Again, we can't really showcase how toxic he is on the enemy side because we can't get that POV. But I do have a few clips. One's on your screen now with Aizen, for example, when I was playing with him, and I got paralyzed again. Oh my god. I can't do anything! Fuck! When I kept constantly getting paralyzed and weakened and stuff like that. And it can definitely be super annoying. So, if you play with ICHIGO, You're toxic. You're a toxic guy, but you know, it is what it is, right? Again, there's ways around it. Make sure if you are the one that's going to be the host of the lobby, bring someone that can be immune to either weakening, paralysis, or have complete status immunity. Ichigo isn't super common in Arena. I mean, I guess there are a lot of people still running him, but you know, you're more likely to see Uryus than Ichigos, for example. I think he's a toxic character, but I don't think it's that big of a deal, is what I'm trying to say. But overall, I do like this character because he wasn't technically designed for this particular game mode, but just the way he was designed in normal PvE content, he really does get to excel in this particular game mode in a different way. Again, he doesn't have anything that would make an arena character super OP, such as any dodges. He doesn't have any re-dodges. He doesn't have last ditch. He doesn't have long stride, yet he's still able to sit as one of the best arena characters just because of that, you know, high damage output, good strong attack hit, mainly his SA2 and 3, and then of course he does have that weakening and paralysis every 5 seconds, which I think is just super, super toxic. But anyway, hope you guys did enjoy the video. I'll see you lads next time. Peace.